Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. I am Neha Rajvanshi and I welcome you all in today's class, that is English class of class 8th. So students, in the previous video we have completed with the explanation part of this topic, that is conjunction. So now I hope you all are able to understand that what conjunction actually means. Conjunction means basically we are having some words that are used to join, or we can say that are used to combine two or more than two clauses, phrases, or we can say sentences. So we are having some conjunctions. We have discussed all the major conjunctions in the previous videos. We have seen their different uses, and yes, again you have to learn this thing. You have to be very careful regarding the sentence structure, because when conjunction they are used differently, because they are having so many different uses. So yes, they are used differently and every time they are having different kind of sentence structure. So we have discussed all the different structures that you have to be very careful about. And yes, you have to be careful about this thing also, that what kind of helping verb will be there according to the conjunctions. So we have discussed that thing also in the previous video. So students, just learn all the conjunctions, all the different rules, or we can say all the rules that are associated with the uses of the conjunction. Yes, and now in this video we are having some of the practice exercise. Now we will see some of the sentence and then we have to use the appropriate conjunction. Okay, so now I am sure that you all are ready with your answers, because we have discussed this topic in a very detailed manner. So now let's begin our today's video, that is based on the exercise that is there on the topic of conjunction. So now we are having one question here in front of us. So first of all, let's read the question. Fill in the blanks with suitable conjunction given in the brackets. So now what we have to do, we are having some of the sentence here, then in this sentence we are having blanks and we are having some options here in the bracket. So now first of all we have to read the sentence very carefully, then according to the sentence, or we can say according to the sentence structure, what conjunction is the most appropriate one, that we have to choose and that we have to write here to fill the blank, or we can say to complete the sentence. Alright, this is the thing, this is the task that we have to do. So now let's read the sentence. Let's begin with our very first sentence. So let's read. She was intelligent, she was poor. So here students, we have to understand the sentence very carefully and we have to try to have the meaning. So here in this sentence we are talking about one girl. We are showing some of the qualities, some of the characteristics of that girl, and we are saying that first of all that she was intelligent. Second thing, we are saying that she was poor, and the options that we are having here, we are having two options and the second option is but. So now we have to choose that what is the most appropriate option that will come here in this blank. So for that student, you have to read the sentence carefully and you have to try to understand that what is given to us. So here we are talking about two qualities. The one quality is to being intelligent and the second quality is to being poor. So now these two things, are they related? No, they are not related. Yes, they are different things, and because of this thing we have to choose but. Here in this blank we have to write but, and the sentence will be she was intelligent but she was poor. Now again you can say that why can't we use and here? So students, and is used to join the same qualities, or we can say the same thing, the same manner, but here we are not having the same thing. Now let's take one example to clear this thing. Suppose I am talking about same girl and I am saying that she was intelligent. Right, so now again the first thing is that she was intelligent. Now we are having the blank here and I am saying she was intelligent, she was hardworking. Let's take it this manner. So again we are talking about two qualities of one girl, right? We are saying that she was intelligent, she was hardworking. So now these two qualities, that being intelligent and being hardworking, yes, they are somehow connected. So when we are talking about the same thing, then we have to use and. So now here in this blank we have to use and the sentence will be she was intelligent and she was hardworking. But here these two things, they are not at all connected, they are having no similarity in the nature, and this is the reason when are showing different things, so we have to use but. We cannot use and, because and is used to join the things. They are similar in nature, similar in manner, and but is used to join the things that are different in their nature. So here, after reading the sentence, we can say that we are having two qualities. They are not at all related, they are not at all connected with each other, and because of this reason, here our answer will be but. Alright. I hope the reason is clear that why we are not choosing and why the correct, or we can say the most appropriate answer of this sentence will be but. Right? So these are very minute differences that we are having here. So students, for that, again I am saying that to just to go through all the rules, just to learn all the uses of the connectives. Okay? Moving on, we are having next sentence. So let's read. He waited for me, I come back. We are having two options, until and unless, and now let's try to understand the sentence, the meaning that sentence is having. So we are having that he waited for me, right? This is the first part of the sentence in which we are talking about one person, and we are saying that yes, he waited for me. Next we are saying I come back. So we are trying to say that for how much he waited for me, for what period of time he was waited for me. So what we are trying to show? We are trying to show one kind of time. Yes, we have discussed this thing in the previous videos when we were discussing the conjunctions. So here, because of this thing that we are showing time, here we have to choose until. Here in this blank we will write until. Our answer will be until, and the complete sentence will be he waited for me until I come back. Alright, so why we are choosing until here? Because until as a conjunction, it is used to show some kind of time limit, it is used to show some kind of time period, and the same thing we are showing here in this sentence when we are trying to say that he waited for me, and for how much time, or we can say for how long period he waited for me until I come back, right? So this is one way to show the time, and this is the reason we have to choose until here in this option. And students, suppose we are not having until, we are having till here. So yes, till is also right. Yes, and we have discussed this thing also in the previous videos that until and till, they are used to just like similar manner. So in this option, until is also right and till is also right, but we are not having till, only until is given to us. So in this blank, we have to write until here. Next sentence, the patient had died, the doctor came. So we are having options with us. The options given to us are before and after. So again, let's read the sentence. We are having that the patient had died. This is the first part of the sentence in which we are saying that the patient was there and he had died. The doctor came. So what we are trying to say? We are trying to say that by the time the doctor came, the patient he had already died. It means कि डॉक्टर के आने से पहले ही जो patient था, he had died. So for that we have to choose before from the given options. In this blank we will write before, and the complete sentence will be the patient had died before the doctor came. Okay, so just try to have the meaning of the sentence, and for that read the sentence very carefully. Try to have the meaning that the sentence is giving to us, and then according to that, according to the meaning of the sentence, choose the appropriate option. Okay, so here in this sentence we are trying to show this thing that by the time the doctor came, already the patient he had died, and for that we have to choose before here. Moving on, next sentence we are having here. He was tired that he slept early. We are having two options with us. Options given to us are so and. Okay, and we have discussed in the previous video that we are having this conjunction in which we are having two words. They are so and that, and the same thing we are trying to show here. We have discussed that so it is always used before the adjective. Here after blank we are having tired, that is one of the adjectives. So here in this blank we have to write so. From the given options we will use so, we will choose so, and the sentence will be he was so tired that he slept early. So that is already given to us, and because of this thing it is now very much easy to choose the correct option, because we all know that so is always used with that. So that it is one of the conjunction, and because of that according to the sentence structure we will choose so, and the complete sentence here is he was so tired. It means we are talking about one person, and yes, he was very much tired, and because of that thing what did he do? He slept early. Okay, so just read the sentence, just try to understand the structure of the sentence. We are having that here, and we are having adjective here after the blank, and because of this reason we will choose so from the given options. Moving on, next sentence, neither the father, his son was arrested. So here we are having another one kind of sentence structure in which we are having neither. So we all know that with neither we have to use nor, because neither nor they are used together as a conjunction. So we are already given neither in the sentence. So now in this blank we will choose nor, and the complete sentence will be neither the father nor his son was arrested. So yes, we are having negative sentence, but the structure of the sentence it will be positive one, and we have discussed this thing also in the previous video that neither nor, yes, they are negative words, but when they are used in a sentence, so the sentence structure that we have to follow the structure of a positive sentence, but because of these words the sentence, so we can say the meaning of the sentence will be negative one. Moving on, next sentence, both Meena blank Veena are beautiful. So we are having two options, and the second option is as well as. Again we can see that in the beginning of the sentence we are having both, and yes, it is also one of the conjunction, and now we all know that both it is used with and, because this is a structure both and. So now because of this word we will choose and here from the given options. In this blank we will write and the sentence will be both Meena and Veena are beautiful. So we all know that both, it means when we are talking about two things, so we can say two persons, then we can use both. So now here in this sentence we are talking about Meena and Veena, so for that we are using both here, and the sentence will be both Meena and Veena are beautiful. Moving on, next sentence, although she works hard, she fails. So here in this sentence we are having although. We have discussed this conjunction in the previous video. We have seen the uses of although, and one thing is also I want to make it clear that although and though, both the conjunctions they are used similarly. So here we are saying that although she works hard, it means despite of this thing that she actually works hard, she fails. So here we are having two options, but and yet. So students, again I want to make it clear that when we are using although, or we can say when we are using though, then we can use yet. And one more thing here is that if we are not using yet, if we are making the sentence in this manner, although she works hard, she fails, it is also absolutely right. Yes, because हमने जो जब हमने uses करे थे although के, जब हमने examples देखे थे although के, दो के, at that time we didn't use a yet. So that's absolutely right. Don't get confused here in this thing that we didn't use a yet in the previous videos. So yes, that kind of sentence structure is also very much right. Again I am saying this thing that if you are making the sentence in this manner, although she works hard, she fails, that's absolutely right. But here we are having this kind of sentence when we are having the blank and we are having two words here, but and yet. So now I want to make it clear that yet, always yet is used with although, we cannot use but. Yes, but and yet they are having the same meaning here, but according to the sentence structure that is grammatically right, we have to choose a yet when we are using although or though in a sentence. So we cannot choose but. According to the grammatical rule, only yet is used with although, or we can say though. Okay, so important thing that I want to tell it here, two things we are having. First thing, if we are not using yet, that also very much okay, that sentence structure is also right. But if we have to use any word here, if we are using although or though, then what word we have to choose? Always choose a yet. We cannot write but. Yes, because जो sentence structure correct है according to grammatical rules, according to that structure, always with although and though we have to write yet in a sentence. So in this manner we are writing yet, and the sentence will be although she works hard, yet she fails. Okay. Moving on, next we are having make haste, you will miss the bus. So here we are saying, first of all, one instruction is given to us. This is the one part of the sentence in which we are saying make haste, right? So we are saying it means, you know, do fast. Next we are saying you will miss the bus. So we are having two options, otherwise and or. So what is the correct answer? The correct answer will be otherwise. So here in this option we will choose otherwise, and the sentence will be make haste, otherwise you will miss the bus, right? So here we are trying to show the result of this thing, that if you won't follow this instruction, then what will happen, what will be the result? The result will be that you will miss the bus. Next sentence, I want to know has called out my name. We are having two options, who and whom. So now again let's read the sentence. We are saying that I want to know. So क्या हमें जानना है? I want to know this thing that has called out my name. So someone called out my name, right? And now I am saying that I actually want to know that who called my name. So from the given options, very easily we can write, very easily we can choose the correct option, that is who. So in this blank we will write who, and the sentence will be I want to know who has called out my name. Alright. Next sentence, it is costly, yet we have bought it. The given options we are having although and if. So yes, we have discussed this structure, you know, already, that we are having yet in the sentence, and for that it is very much obvious that here from the given options our answer will be although. We are choosing although, and in this blank we will write although. And this complete sentence will be although it is costly, yet we have bought it. So we are trying to show this thing, that despite of this thing that it is very much costly, it is very much expensive, but still, but yet we have bought it. So this is the structure when we are using yet and although together in a sentence. Next sentence, hardly had we reached the college, the bell rang. Again, one more kind of sentence structure we are having here. So students, be very careful. If we are having hardly had, so in such sentences we have to use a when. We are having two options with us, when and then. So hardly had, always it is used with when. In the previous videos when we were discussing the conjunction, I hope we have discussed that you all are able to recall, where we were discussing no sooner, right? So when we were using no sooner, so we all know that with no sooner we have to use then. Similarly, if we are using hardly had, so with hardly had we have to use a when. These are very particular structures and you have to learn all these uses. Yes, so if we are using hardly had, with hardly had we have to use when. If we are using no sooner, with no sooner, then will be there. Okay, so now the complete sentence will be hardly had we reached the college when the bell rang. Moving on, next sentence, Reena and her best friend are going to Goa. We are having two options, both and but. So it is very easy one. It's very easy to choose the correct option. We are having and we all know that both and it is used as a conjunction. So here in this blank we have to write both, and the complete sentence will be both Reena and her best friend are going to Goa. Moving on, next, she is not only laborious, intelligent. Given options we are having and also and but also. So yes, we all know that this is one of the conjunction when these two words are used together. First one is not only, and with not only we have to use but also. So we are choosing this option, that is but also. In this blank we have to write but also. And the sentence will be, she is not only laborious but also intelligent. Okay, so again students, just look at the structure very carefully. Because of the structure only you will be able to find the correct option for the blank, or you can say for the given sentence. Next sentence, the people know God is Almighty. So here we are saying the first part of the sentence is that the people know. So what is the thing that the people know? The thing is God is Almighty. Let's discuss first of all the options. We are having that. Second option is if. So here we are trying to show one thing that is known by all the people, right? So for that we have to choose that from the given option. In this blank we have to write that, and the complete sentence will be, the people know that God is Almighty. So we are choosing that. Why? Because we are showing here one thing that is known by all the people. So in the beginning we are saying that the people know. So what the people know? So we are saying that people know that this thing, what is the thing? God is Almighty. Next sentence, neither Radha, her mother, was at home. So we are having neither in the sentence. We have discussed this kind of sentence structure where neither, it is used with nor as a conjunction. So from the given option we are choosing nor. In the blank we have to write nor, and the complete sentence we are having here, neither Radha nor her mother was at home. Okay. Next, no sooner had the students see the teacher, they started running to their classroom. So we have discussed this thing earlier, that this is a particular structure when we are having no sooner. So with no sooner we have to use then. So yes, now from the given options we will choose then. We will write then here, and the complete sentence will be, no sooner had the students see the teacher, then they started running to their classroom. So they are very particular structure. Just learn the structure, that with no sooner we have to use then, with hardly had we have to use when. Next sentence, he was hungry, he did not eat. We are having two options, though and yet. So what we are trying to say here, we are trying to say that despite of this thing that he was hungry, still he did not eat. And because of this thing, that despite of this thing we are showing here, we have to choose though from the given option. In this blank we will write though. And the complete sentence will be, though he was hungry, he did not eat. So students, again I am trying to say this thing, that just learn the structures. If we are not using yet, it's absolutely fine. But suppose we are having one blank here, and then in that blank we have to use a yet. But if we are not using yet, without yet also the sentence is absolutely right. So if we are making the sentence, though he was hungry, he did not eat, it's also fine. If we are using though he was hungry, yet he did not find, that's also fine. Okay. Moving on, next we are having, you come, I shall go. We are having two options, then and though. Again we are trying to say this thing, that despite of this thing that you come, I shall go. So because of that we have to choose though from the given option. So in this blank we have to write though, and the sentence will be, though you come, I shall go. Moving on, next sentence, either you, your sister has done it. So we are having either in the sentence. So we all know that either, it is used with or, right, as a conjunction. So from the given sentence, from the given options, we are choosing or here. We are writing or here in the blank, and the complete sentence will be, either you or your sister has done it. Okay. Moving on, next sentence, he would rather die beg. So students, again one more structure we are having here. So just learn this thing that would rather, if we are having in a sentence, then always would rather they are used with than. So again in this blank we have to write than, and the sentence will be he would rather die than beg. So why we are using than? Because of these two words would rather. Learn this thing that if we are having would rather in a sentence, so with would rather always we have to use than. And with this sentence, with the help of these words, we are trying to show preference, because this person he was having two options with him. The first option was to die, second option was to beg, and we are saying that what he actually chose. So what was his priority? We are saying that he would rather die. It means he would choose to die despite of this thing that he has to choose to beg. He will choose this thing, so this is his priority. Okay, so always this is a structure which is used to show the preference, or we can say priority of someone. Alright, so students, we have discussed some of the sentences here. We have seen this practice exercise in which we have to use the appropriate conjunction to fill the blanks. So such kind of question can be there in our examination. So for that, again I am saying this thing, repeating this thing, that you have to learn all the different uses of the conjunctions that we have already discussed in the previous videos, and always be very careful regarding the sentence structure, regarding all the different parts of speech. Alright, so in the next video, we will see some more practice exercise. We will see some more examples. So just be with me and see you in the next video. Thank you.